They're a farm auction here, or farm sale.
Heard there's a tractor for sale around these parts.
My grandson sent it to me. He said it's on the market space.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today, another annual favorite. That's right, we're all dressed up. The farm truck's ready to go. We got Farmer Ezra here, and it's time to get ourselves an abandoned tractor, bring it back to life, and put the beans in. Because guess what? The rains are coming.
We better get after it.
All right, like I said, it is once again time to get the beans in the ground, and this year we have picked this, a Ford 2000. Now, I don't know crap about this, but thankfully I have Ezra here with us today, and he does know a lot about this.
I remember when he was new.
A new character every time this guy is on camera. All right, let's give this thing a look, see what we got here.
So, what we have here is a early 60s, 63-ish, I think, Ford 2000 Industrial. The cool part about this is it is a selective speed. So this is one of the first, early power shifts. So this is a transmission, and instead of it being like old school clunk gear to gear, it has a selective speed. And what it is planetary gear sets with bands, just like an automatic transmission in a car. And you can shift on the fly, and it sends hydraulic pressure to tighten up different bands and get different gear ratios out of it. Very complex. I don't know if there's anybody left on this earth that fully knows how to rebuild them or anything. They either work or they don't.
I'm glad I brought you.
These are
clearly know a lot more about this tractor than I do.
They're cool. Another fantastic feature. If you're looking for a homeowner little tractor for a decent price, Ford came up with the 3-point hitch. So back here we have a 3-point. As you can tell, this box blade is new, and it hooks right up to a 60s tractor with a factory 3-point hitch. Ford invented it. Everybody went to it.
There's no hydraulic hookups back here.
Oh, you got a hydraulic hookup on your plow, don't you?
All of it, everything, every single piece of equipment you use requires hydraulics.
It has hydraulics.
It does. It is a loader, if you'll notice.
It's
a power steering unit.
Front-mounted hydraulic pump. So that is a live pump bolted to the crankshaft, run up to the front. We have hydraulics. We just need to get them to hook up to your equipment.
Reroute some stuff, figure out a way to make this work maybe, and we should be able to run a cylinder back there just fine.
Yeah, it's the same.
We've got it. It's just on the wrong end. Well, one thing I do know, like I said, there rains are coming. We better get to work.
Yeah.
See if this thing's got spark, a battery, anything.
Forward gears.
I don't know a damn thing about it. It is the neighbor's tractor, so it's not too far from home. It is quite affordable, and it does have a loader, so it will be useful afterwards. But for now, we should probably see if this thing even cranks or anything. It might be seized for all I know.
There's a battery charger on it. It's an old battery charger.
Oh, it's got power. Not good power. Wow! Whoa!
Okay, this is easy.
Well, they always get them running before the auction, you know?
Yeah, and you know how they fix everything before the auction so that the new buyer has a really nice tractor?
Yeah. Doesn't know about all the problems. Glued back together. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get to work. See if we can get it running. Look at this. That's a Ford brand loader. That's actually for this tractor. Well, I mean, obviously, but I figured this is maybe some homemade unit. Thing's huge. That's for sure. You think we're gonna have to take that off?
You might want that weight on the front to keep her down. You don't want the wheels hanging.
She's got the square body Chevy wheels to keep the front end down. What are you talking about? Let's pull the wire off the cap and check for spark. We already know it spins. Why not dive right into the ignition? I will admit this has not been sitting very long, but this was a great deal, and it comes with a loader. And Angus has been needing a loader for a farm for a long time, so this tractor is actually serving a dual purpose. We're gonna use an old Ford to put the beans in this year, but then we're probably gonna, put the bucket back on if we take it off or whatever. And it'll be a good yard tractor for him to have to load stuff. I need that boy's back to be good because mine ain't. Someone's got to pick up all our shit, you know.
You know how easy it is to move vintage sleds around.
It's so easy. So incredibly easy. Let's see if we got spark and dive right into it. Oh, there we go. All right, ready?
Yep.
Yep. It has spark?
We got spark.
Oh shit, I was told it doesn't.
Well, that was easy.
This isn't going to be much of a revival. I think most of our time might go into converting this back to field use. Oh, we do have to fix the disc this year. Kind of came apart on us last year. That might take a little time.
You got an Lincoln Electric buzz box?
The old tombstone welder?
I don't know how to use that gun. Alright, so Ford in their genius decided to put the fuel tank right above the hottest part of the tractor. The fuel valve is on the bottom of the tank, right above the engine, so all of the O-rings in the fuel valve get hit with, 300 degrees while you're farming.
They cook.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. You
Watch
should.
your-
You know what Case did later in life that made revolutionized farming?
No, but you were probably there for it, so I'm glad to hear it
You
straight from the
betcha.
source.
They put the fuel tank in the back between the fenders, right where you wanted the weight, away from the heat. It was the greatest damn thing ever.
Oil, filter, and greased in 22. So she's only been off the field for 3 years.
She'll be running
That's
in no
pretty
time.
good. Oh, and check this out. Watch your proof meter every 600 hours or 12 months. Repack front wheel bearings with high-grade short fiber grease. What?
Never heard of her.
You didn't used to sell that down at the shorthand store?
It was red and tacky or die. That was all we had.
Well, let's see if we can find ourselves a fuel shut-off.
There, it's right here.
You find her?
So the weird part is someone changed this tractor.
What do you mean?
So the valve on it is normally just you put a flat blade in under the tank and you screw a brass fitting in and it shuts the fuel off.
Yeah.
But this one, somebody put a whole bunch of hard line under here and they gave us a ball valve.
Oh, what the hell?
So that's kind of nifty.
Oh, so it was already on.
Yeah, she's ready to go.
Well, shoot. Do we have any fuel in it?
Oh, we have a sending unit that works?
Yeah, the fuel gauge actually comes up to a third of a tank.
I'm going to say hard no on the fuel sender. She's bone dry.
I was pretty confident in that 1/3.
I'm not, but
All right, well, let's run down to the old co-op and get some fuel.
this makes fueling really convenient.
Yeah, it's got a pain in the butt.
What's up?
Well, you're supposed to just pull up to your fuel barrel.
Oh,
Yeah, not a lot of people fill their tractors with the race cans, but I do.
I just can't wait to see how much we spill.
Oh, probably none, right? All right, ready?
Wow, that
Not
was
a drop.
incredible.
What are you worried about? Let's see if our sediment bowls fill up and need emptied and whatnot, and see if we have any fuel. We're already a month behind. We got like 2.5 days to have the beans in the ground and done. It rained yesterday. It looks like it's going to rain again in any minute. So, typical Junkyard Digs planting panic. But this time with, a seasoned veteran. How many times you put beans in the ground there, Gramps?
I can't count that high. I have never farmed in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pretending. Stop it.
Oh, now, okay. Well, I didn't spill any.
I was just washing the tank off.
Oh, you can't see well without your glasses. That's what's going on. Actually, in reality, you probably can't see with those glasses.
These are prescription. Anybody remembers these are from the Zimmerman farm? There, now that's crystal clear.
Well, at least they had the rain cover on the air filter, question mark?
That-
There's no filter element to it. That's just wire.
I am so happy it rained, so hopefully there's not dust.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
can see through the screen.
Yeah, that is horrible.
Would keep the birds out.
All right, hop up there. See if she'll come to life. I guess I could check our sediment bowl here. Maybe I should empty this quick.
Probably should.
It's working.
That's good. It came with carburetor cleaner. That's kind of handy.
Is that supposed to be starting fluid? Yeah, maybe.
This one, oh, here it is.
Run you! Nothing, huh?
Well, we made oil pressure, so that's good.
I've noticed updraft carburetors and starting fluid don't go together well. Try her again, I don't know.
Huh?
Try no choke. Might be flooded, go wide. Give her hell.
Arr.
Nothing, huh? We can pull the plugs and give her a little shot down the cylinders.
Yeah, see if it makes noise. That's the easiest way.
Oh, those are brand new.
Yeah. Somebody cared on her, or tried to. Probably just tried to get it running.
I think the guy we're buying it from said he was trying to get it going, put plugs and wires on it or something, but it didn't have spark.
Oh, they're dry. They're a little corroded, like it hasn't run in a while, but it's not getting fuel.
A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Soak her down, right?
Soak her down.
Just like the sleds in the winter. Oh, you know what I miss? Snowmobile season.
Oh boy.
Those good times.
Don't even get me started. I'm gonna be depressed all day.
Oh, you don't have to, Gramps. You get to run a tractor.
Oh boy, I'm happy again.
Not really a two-man engine bay here with all the crap on it, that being the loader. I don't know, you think we're going to have to take this thing off?
Could you plow with it on? Of course. Would it look dumb? Yeah. Clearly I care about looking stupid.
Let's see, what's number one here, huh?
We could see if it's got a rotor too.
Oh yeah, we should probably check that, huh?
Well, one of the... Oh, this is all undone. Oh, it's got a rotor.
Is it full of ants?
No, that's a first.
It was last year. Tell you what, didn't see that one coming. The internet says the 7 o'clock position should be cylinder 1.
So we're 6, so 7 would be right here.
I think 7 would be
This one.
this one. If straight towards the motor. Well,
Depends.
is 12 o'clock forward or towards the engine?
Yeah. Clamps on, but not great. Like, why does it move so much?
Adjustable timing, you know.
No.
Here, let me get it. Your eyes aren't what they used to be, Gramps.
get
Get
in
out of
there,
here.
young buck.
Jeez. Let the younger generation get in there and learn, you know, make some mistakes. So it looks like we would have 4 embossed positions. It's like this isn't the right cap.
That's probably what it is. Duct tape it is.
This side doesn't even click.
I know.
Well, time to already break the pliers out for this one. Give that a little more tension. Yeah. There we go. Fixed. Now, who wants to be number 1? Because I don't know. I don't know if our carb cleaner is still going to be viable at this point. It's been 10 minutes, but Ezra's guessing. 1, 2, 4, 3.
Should be.
Stick your pinky in the last one. Make sure you got spark. Ready?
Yep.
Give it a touch of throttle.
It's freezing. Oh, you're running a hydraulic pump.
Oh, I assume that's this.
Yeah, go all the way down.
There we go. Power steering works too. Don't lean on it. Got it.
The cap is moving when you crank.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work, is it? I think you're right. I think that's the wrong cap. Okay, I said we pull a plug and see if we got spark in the plug, see what's going on. We'll be back. This may help. Look, it's all the manuals for the tractor. The Ford Industrial Tractor, Series 2000 and 4000. Chapter 3, Why It No Go. Here's a note that says turn on gas, pull choke out, set throttle quarter, flip switch, then start switch.
Yeah, you bet. We tried. All right, ready? Oh, some idiot turned the key off. Who did it?
I just read it to you.
You got spark.
No spark?
No, that sparky goey, but no explodey.
I'm sorry, you said English?
That was.
I'm an old farmer, son. You
That was
gotta
about
talk
as
to me
farmer as
normal.
it gets.
Yes beer or no beer?
6 bush.
Okay, well, I've been scouring through the books. So far I can't find anything about firing order and cap orientation and whatnot. We're just going to do it the surefire way. Ezra's going to take that screwdriver. He's going to stick it in on top of the piston. I'm going to slowly bump this over. Actually, no, sorry, back up.
Pull my thumb.
Ezra's going to put his thumb over the plug hole, feel for compression, and then we're going to find top does in with the screwdriver. Follow along. Ready?
Yep.
There we
Yep.
go.
Found it.
Went too far?
I think you did. Yep, right there.
Okay.
We're really close.
Now, somehow, ideally I'd be able to turn this over by hand. Well, maybe I can from the fan. I
Oh.
can. You ready?
Yep.
I lied.
Just spinning.
I'll tell you what, we're close enough right now. Right?
We would know roughly when it's gonna fire.
Are we going to know what post to aim for on the cap?
That's what I'm saying. I think we're close enough. So let me pull this cap off. Boy, you did a good job with the pliers.
Hard not to. It's pliers.
Yep, 7 o'clock. So this is number 1. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, that might be part of it. Despite the water bottle, this was apparently full of rust and mud. I might not be getting any fuel at all because it's all a rusty, disgusting orange mess. Well, here, you crank it. I'll cover the carb as the Uber choke. What the hell? That wasn't you. That was the motor stopping on its own twice?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go wide open here. I don't know. Huh, okay. What? Well, tell you what. We brought another battery. Should we try a different battery? Sure. Let's try a different battery. Alright, new battery. See if that makes a difference. Is that the firing order being wrong and it's trying to run? It sounds like it's trying to run, but it sounds like it's fighting itself. I think it's trying to fire the wrong cylinders.
Yeah, it sounds like timing is too advanced, like hitting the.
Yeah.
So maybe move the cap counterclockwise or clockwise a little.
I'll just spin the whole cap. I don't know, try that. Something's way wrong inside here.
Yeah, I could smell like heat and like burning gasoline in the exhaust a little bit while cranking. So it's like the closest it's ever been, but we're something with the ignition timing's goofy.
That and our cap is just getting knocked all over the place by that rotor.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can see where it's been hitting really hard. We've got the wrong cap or something. There's the alignment pin right there. Where's he go? Alright, I've been looking at our cap and rotor here. As you may notice, we do have a detent right here that's supposed to sit somewhere in the cap like we were looking for earlier. But our distributor body does not have one of those. So what's happening is this is getting held up on this side, and you'll notice there's no wear on this pin. But this pin has been obliterated because of the angle it's sitting at. So we need to try to get rid of this. Oh, that might actually work. Let's see if I can slowly grind this out of the way with Bibby plier here, and we'll try it again. It might not be perfect, but you know, using the tools I have, I think that'll do her. I'm still not convinced our firing order is correct, but we'll find out. Which one's which here, Ezra?
One should be at about 7 o'clock.
Let's try it at 4. See what happens. Let's throw it 180 out. Someone might have that distributor installed backwards. You never know. One is exclusively relevant to wherever they installed it. Hey, here's a clue we missed. Now I have to tighten up the other spring as well because it was being held up high. Crank her now, see if she spins, see if she wobbles. I have to put the rotor in.
That's what the sparking noise was.
Oh, I love when other people do it because it makes me feel like also I'm not the only one, you know?
Twice in a week. Yeah, what do you know? It doesn't jump around. Also, no rotor. All right, try that. It's still jumping around. I don't know if that matters. I mean, it still should convey a spark even if it touches.
Key off.
Is that a backfire?
Yep. Out the exhaust.
Okay. Out the exhaust?
We can double check.
Out the carb?
Yep.
We've got a definite issue with our firing order, so we're going to figure that out, and then we'll be back. Okay.
Ready?
I moved them all one cog back. Go for it. Except for the cap flew off.
Minor.
Someone has reinstalled this distributor a tooth off is what's happened here.
Yep.
Try it again. There we go.
Can I lift the bucket?
Yeah, see if the hydraulics work. Hey! Pretty good.
Might be a little low on fluid.
There we go. We were just off a single cog.
Battery charger.
Oh, that's me. I thought I turned it off. Grandpa in his bad hearing.
Turned it all the way to start.
I did too, and I was holding these right here. Oh, sorry.
Turns out all the wires were off one on the cap when we showed up. So I think when the new plug wires got put on, that probably got put to what we did, which was factory. And that was wrong. Someone went in there and moved our distributor around. Regardless, she's up and running now. Not great. I think the timing's a little slow. So I think we need to run some advance on the timing, get a little more power out of it. But it should drive home now. And we can deal with it there.
Oh, for sure.
So let's make that happen. All right, now the big question. Does the select-to-speed work?
Oh, little throttle.
Gonna be farming in no time.
Maybe a little low on power steering fluid.
Just taking his time, soaking it in, letting the field dry a little more. That'll do her.
It's so retarded.
Look at the governor too.
I really think it's timing. It just has nothing.
Let's check. Try to rev it here, see if it's a governor issue. Well, whatever that is, it's not connected. throttle linkage fell off.
Oh, I was wondering why that happened.
So yeah, it's real slow revving. Not a lot of power.
I really think it needs more timing.
I think, well, for sure. I can't believe it even runs.
Yeah, going down the road was like, boy, I've driven one of these before. 10th gear, wide open. This is a dog.
Well, I think with that being said, we should probably check all our fluids and stuff first.
Oh, sure.
And then see why we don't have any power, see if we can get that back in it. Because if we can't get this thing to make power, there's no point in trying to get all the hydraulics and stuff set up to work in the field, because it will never work in the field. I guess we start there.
First things first, we got to get our governor back hooked to the throttle linkage. And it's really hot in here, so I'm going to grab me my little baby pliers. Where are you? Somewhere in the pocket. There they are. Alrighty, little baby pliers engaged. Oh, knock off.
Ow! Foot throttles are fun.
Our baby pliers. Burn hand. Hook up throttle. I'm dying.
It's very coolant.
Hot! The intake manifold, 400 degrees. Carburetor, 400 degrees. Ezra's hand, 400 degrees.
You hate for it to be inconsistent.
I think I need a normal pliers.
Going at you.
Oh, the baby pliers dad.
Here's one more.
Ah!
Does that help?
No. Actually, I got it now.
Thank God I sent the cat. Okay, meanwhile on this side I've got our distributor loose. Oh hey Hobbs, what's up? I think that should be good. It's going to be hard to find a static timing position since this cap moves so much, but that should do it. Ezra, you want to hop on there? I'll try to dial in your timing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just crank it till it talks to us or what?
That's what I would do. Throttle. Let's give it a little more.
Better. There we go. It's funny, I can turn it a ton and it really doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Like I just kept turning it, curious if it would eventually make the motor run bad, and it never really did. Which was confusing and made no sense scientifically, but yeah. We're not about science, we're farmers from the 80s.
What's science?
I couldn't tell you, son. I don't know, you go to the big school in the city and you tell me.
Almost died.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Farm safety. It's a good thing to learn.
Almost killed Kevin.
You just look like you've been around farming your whole life. Have to get this greenhorn up to snuff.
It's all the image.
I've been doing this for 3 years now. You're gonna learn some stuff. Like, don't touch that lever. Tell you what, we do have a box scraper on the back of this, which means that we can go load this down and see if it'll pull dirt. Let's go give it a test. Okay, power test. Loader. We could test if it pushes as well. That's probably gonna work way better. Shoulder longer down to do with the bucket than to do. Oh yeah. That'll pull a disc. Alright. I think that'll do it. I mean, if we can get an H to farm the whole field, we can do it with this on idle. Next big obstacle, we have a fluid leak from the rear here. It looks like one of our power steering lines is leaking really bad, and our power steering is empty, so that seems to correlate. We need to check all of our fluids and service everything, make sure it's good to go. And then we need to figure out something with these hydraulic lines on our bucket to try to adapt these to our cylinder that needs to run our disc cultivator and planter. I think I'm gonna start tackling that and go figure out wherever the hell I left that cylinder from last year. If you want to start going after our fluid leak.
Yeah.
Okay, ready, begin.
Great. Alright, we're going to check the transmission oil. It's kind of a crucial part of this tractor because it costs more than my life.
Come on, yep, let's go.
I can see it in there. It looks really, really milky.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know if it's aeration causing it to look milky.
Surely. What fluid is that?
This is just hydraulic fluid.
Oh, for the hydraulic system?
For the transmission.
Oh, okay, so that's the selective speed.
Yes.
So that's probably the one that really matters, that it's clean and good.
Yep.
Maybe we service that?
Yeah, I would. It's entirely up to you, but...
Oh, I think we should service that. I agree.
Alright. I think it takes a lot.
I'm sure, but I'd hate for this thing to explode in the middle of the field and become like all the other selective speeds.
Good call. All right, we'll add that to the to-do list. I'm gonna just put this back in for now.
Perfect.
All right. So we checked the transmission oil. The transmission's this section of tractor, and then there's the hydraulic system for like your 3-point. And you could back in the day mount auxiliary hydraulic right here. This one doesn't have it. This has a dipstick, so that's kind of convenient. We're gonna wipe him off. That's all. I mean, it looks really clean, but it was all the way to the top. But it was running. So, yep, just work it into your skin. Okay, yeah, it is all the way to the top. I don't know if we're supposed to check with, like, the lifting arms down.
They are down.
I don't
It'd
know.
probably be, what, up? Because down would be all the fluid in it? I don't know.
I don't know.
What I do know is that it's a total, if we were to change all the fluids for the hydraulics, and what, it'd be 32 quarts. I think we should change the selecto speed for sure, which is 11.5 quarts. So we need a bunch of oil for the selecto speed.
Yep.
That needs serviced. And I need a hose to come off that valve block to run to our single acting cylinder for everything on the rear. So I think a trip to town to the old farm stores in session.
Yep.
Is that the right word? It's not the right word. Not session. In demand.
Secession.
No, that means to leave the union.
Yeah.
It's not that one.
No.
John Barons. I've done that before, but never in quick succession. Angus in the background. He's leaving the union at speed.
All
Yeah,
right.
we need to go to Tyson's to get some hydraulic line and oil.
Perfect.
Back in a bit. All right, we're back from town. We've got all the fittings and stuff we need to hopefully make that cylinder work just fine, and a new jug of goo for the selective speed. Let's tear into this thing, see if we can get the sucker still, hopefully maybe turning some dirt yet tonight.
We might have time.
We may.
Yeah, we got an hour or two of sunlight left.
Ready, begin.
Alrighty. We're on the left side of the tractor. We are gonna drain out the selective speed oil and see how much water is in it. Hopefully not a lot. Yeah. Nailed it. Oh boy, getting my hat dirty again.
Don't ruin that one. That one's the funny one.
That's a good. And it's white. That's dangerous.
Oh, you better show that on the camera.
Tractor for sale. No steering wheel or seat for the farmer who lost his butt and doesn't know which way to turn. Basically the 1980s. Nothing but John Mellencamp, Rain on the Scarecrow playing. All right, we got her loose here. We're gonna pull it back. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh God. We're gonna flip you like so and just let you drain. Holy Moses.
Oh my God.
I'm really glad we're changing it. Do you have a milk jug? We could like a chocolate milk jug. We could just put this back in the refrigerator for later.
I think I might have one laying around, yeah.
That'd be kind of good for with supper, I think.
Yeah.
I like chocolate milk.
Good news. We got plenty. Jesus.
Ow! Who put the exhaust here? Terrible idea. Oh, good thing it just flexes. Oh boy! Come on! This way! There we go.
Sounds like it went well.
Yeah, really good actually. There is a bee. Holy cow! That is actually an insect on the drain plug. How does that happen?
Well, she's got a few bugs, but we'll get them worked out.
Literally. This is broken a little bit. We might just get rid of that. I don't want it to break off inside the transmission. This is disgusting. That's not really what you want to see in your selective speed.
In other news, the hydraulic fluid looks great.
Good.
Yeah, so 1 out of 4.
Except it's the most expensive one out of the 4.
Actually, before we fill it, Ezra's made the decision to flush her out with a little diesel.
Oh, there's the flood. She's coming out now. It's coming out pretty clear.
The flood of biblical proportions.
It's the Red Sea. Coming out really nice.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that. I'd say that's actually diesel there. In other news, I've got our fittings all set up here. We've got everything blocked off except for this one valve, which is going to act single action cylinder. Now, I get to go along and knock all these pins out, and we're just going to remove the whole loader section from the thing and leave all the caging.
That'll work good.
I think that'll work nice.
I think we got her fixed.
All right, been a little bit. Ezra's topping off our fluids on the selected shift. Got it all flushed out, ran some diesel through it, tipped it up, got all that cleaned out. I have disconnected all of our hoses, as you can see. We've got a new hose ran and routed, hooked up to our cylinder. That's all good to go. And now we're popping the pins out so we can pull the actual lift arms and cylinders off of our loader and just have the caging here. Take all the weight and nuisance off the front and go hook this up and hopefully be turning some dirt here in the next half hour. The old skin watch says we're right on time.
I should get a tattoo there. 5 o'clock all the time.
Probably the funniest tattoo I've ever heard of.
Time for dinner.
There we go. Hose on to do it.
I'll get this one.
It's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. Whoa!
There
There you go. All right, 2 more, and we're ready to back this thing out of here and hook it up to the disc. Last pin. Don't know if the old hammer's gonna make it. Can't afford a new one in this farm crisis, you know. No damn money, no food, damn interest rates. Frickin' Jimmy Carter.
Damn Dave Stockman.
Dave Stockman. Okay, loader's loose. What are the odds, right? No. They're tougher men back then.
I'm gonna pretend like I knew that you would never be able to do it, but I was like, oh, what are the odds?
Don't worry, we don't need tougher men. We have a skid loader.
It turns so much easier now, but the power steering's still out of fluid.
Oh, we never pulled the power steering. All right, let's pull up the power steering and then hook up a disc and turn the steering.
Well, before we go out in the field, we're gonna top off or try to top off the power steering fluid because it kind of grinds when you move the steering wheel, and you can hear it's low. And we also tightened up a line that was potentially leaking. Kind of a bugger though. There's like I can't find a dipstick or anything, and reading the book they say just fill the reservoir, and I mean that's really convenient because it's under the sheet metal and you can't get the sheet metal off easily. So I'm taking this out, I'm going to loosen this clamp, try to get the cap off, and try to sneak a funnel in there and get some kind of hydraulic oil in it, and hopefully it stops making noise.
Hell yeah. You know what this thing needs? It needs a sticker. Let's go dig and see if I can find ourselves a good sticker for this. I think one that would be appropriate would be our Have a Beer About It sticker.
You know, fur to farmers, you know.
That's for orchardists.
Fur to orchard, this is an orchard tractor. Frickin' perfect.
The Fords were loved on orchards because they were so small but high horsepower.
Oh, dude, yeah, 45 horse, and I mean, it's literally this tall.
It's hilarious. Like, this looks like a toy utility tractor, but it has as much horse as an M.
Yeah, if not more.
With like way better hydraulics and utility use and everything.
You want to mow brush trails through the woods? This is the weapon of choice, especially with this freaking. This is like a football helmet.
This is the death race cage. the front tombstone. But yeah, have a beer about it. We have a sticker about that and a t-shirt, which you guys can check out on junkyarddigs.com, along with hats, koozies, a whole line of other merchandise, all available on the website, junkyarddigs.com. Okay, power steering, ready to begin.
Thirsty. I sure am thirsty. Thirsty. Ernie, if you're so thirsty, why don't you get some water? Oh, Bert, but you see I'm so tired. The only thing I am more than tired is thirsty. Did you watch Sesame Street? Alrighty. Oh, perfect, tight. We're all set. Time to grab the disc.
All right, Mr. Sir. Give her hell. Let's go find ourselves a disc out in the woods.
Alrighty.
Power steering?
Looks like there's a little bit of an effort. Oh, it kind of comes going.
I'm sure it might need more added after we run it through a couple times.
It feels better.
Loosen her up. Oh, she runs way better.
Hang on. Might be a little jerky. They call these the Jerk-O-Matic. Oh yeah, power steering works. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. This thing's a damn go-kart.
I like it.
So the red cross-down gears you have to use the clutch pedal for?
You're supposed to, but who are we kidding?
And the clutch pedal is not a clutch pedal, it's just a pressure release valve?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's all fluid power. It's really actually pretty cool. I mean, look at that. You're changing gears on the fly. Let's say you're lugging the motor too bad. You want to just drop.
Oh, this is gonna be so perfect, guys.
And you get to a bad spot in the field, right? Now you're all right. We're through that bad spot. Let's go again.
Crank her open. Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Someone said this was a great tractor because the kids could hop on it and don't have to worry about running a heavy clutch.
Greg Bell told me that. He said as a kid you'd hook onto the manure spreader, right? And if you're on like a big tractor, you know, like a 656 or a 460 Farmall, something like that, whatever, it was so hard to push the clutch in to get the pressure plate, you know. It just, for a little kid, you know, you're 7 years old running equipment. This was great because it was literally effortless. It's just a relief valve. So like, that's all I'm doing. It's a tiny little valve right here. And when you start to, you can creepy crawl. I mean, that's it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Somewhere in here there's a draw bar.
Woo! Okay, I found a disadvantage to the rear exit exhaust. This guy suffocates. Holy hell, that thing's running lean or rich or something. There we go. Dialed. The carburetor's still full of rust. Doesn't seem to matter. Alright, Control 2000 hooked up and ready to disc.
Oh, dude, this thing runs so much better suddenly.
Yeah, I like that.
Little more idle.
Alright, bring her up. Let's see how the hydraulics work. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey, look, the disc.
Wake up, you son of a bitch. It's time for another year of use and abuse and absolute abandoned maintenance.
From the weeds, it rises again. Ezra's seeing the disc for the first time.
Just a pile of shit.
Oh, those berries.
Piss.
It's working!
Okay, let's get a perimeter on this thing. I have no idea how to run this.
The cat moves when running.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She's just okay. It's real slow.
Other than that, doing okay.
It died.
Oh.
But I gave that big screw, which I think might have something to do with our either our main jet or our flow height. I don't know, because there's two set screws for the fuel, and the big one I gave it a whole turn in, and it seemed to do better. It was flooding out for a second by the time I got over here. So I think we're knocking some shit loose in it.
Sure.
But let's give her a little turn back so she's pinging a touch, and then we'll try it again. Also, as you may notice, our fields have turned into golf courses. In fact, I had to mow this year before we did any tilling. Best case scenario, I would have, called the co-op and had them spray, but I didn't get that done in time.
I'm gonna say I pulled like.
Oh yeah, let me
5
see
up.
what you did. 5. Okay, that should make a difference.
I would think so.
Ready?
Yeah. Good luck.
A 45 horse tractor. I think she's down a few horse, but I don't know. She's not great at this specific job. That being, trying to disc heavy vegetation with really wet dirt where it rained on yesterday. So, I mean, shit, it's kind of doing it. But we're definitely going to take a few passes at this, let it dry out, and then turn that vegetation under. I really need to spray it next year. John Cougar Mountain Camp wraps things up for us. I think we're gonna wrap up the field here for the night. We are gonna continue on to the other field out there for now. Like I said before, we've got a lot of vegetation in this field and it's wet. It's been raining pretty much all week, but this thing still seems to be doing it pretty okay. So we're gonna turn this, we're gonna go turn that one. Then tomorrow morning, we're probably gonna come out and turn them again with the disc to help get that vegetation chopped up, get those root balls spread apart and under the dirt. And then tomorrow we'll be back with the cultivator. So as Ezra lines up for the last pass, field 4 2000, we'll see you guys right here tomorrow morning to finish it out.
We turned our governor up a little bit. We're pulling pretty good in 7th now. Once in a while, some rust or something's getting in our bowl, and I lose power because of it. There we go. But in other news, the dirt's drying up, and it's starting to turn a lot better. Definitely a good thing we went over this a second time, and definitely a good thing we let it dry for a day. As you can see, Ezra's finishing up the front field right now. Second pass with the disc. It's looking a lot better. And now we can get the cultivator in here and break this down into nice, even smaller clumps. We're gonna have a perfect bed to put our bean seeds in.
I take back what I said in the beginning about the Ford 2000 not being a great tractor for field work. It's actually doing a phenomenal job at this. I like how small it is. It's much easier for us to get on and off, and it seems to have plenty of power to pull that old disc around, and especially now that we got it running a little better. I played with the carburetor a little more yesterday, and eventually I just happened to turn that main needle jet just right where it picked up another 800 RPM, never hiccuped again. It has been running great all along. With that being said, let's go ahead and swap over to our cultivator and start tilling this sucker under.
Alright, time for operation number 2. Alright, spool it up. Slipping pretty good. She's slipping real good. But it's not bogging the tractor down. Shit. This might just work. That'll be plenty good for seed bed. We can plant in that just fine.
I adjusted the governor a little bit. It seemed to like it. It seems to hold on to its RPM a little better. It feels like it got a little more power.
That seems to be pulling that seriously well. Keep going. A little more. There you go. Oh yeah. Doing well. Man, that kid is eating that up. He is having a blast out there. Well, Ezra's been busy running the tractor. I've been running a lot of cool stuff over here. We got the old Polaroid. Getting some cool pictures. This one's still developing, but I think that'll be pretty neat. We got one of the both of us, you know, overexposed as is tradition, and then a real cool one of him in the field. And alongside that, I also have this. This is an old 8mm camera I bought for $3 at a garage sale that came with film that we used to film the day Ezra picked up his Cadillac. And I got a new cartridge to film it today, and we're shooting, well, this. I've been filming that all day. So hopefully that comes out well and works and is cool, and I can share with you guys someday. Maybe I can put that in a harvest video this fall. Stick around and find out. Well, what happened, sir?
He's a little thirsty.
Ran out of fuel.
Bone dry. I was like, right now. I'm like, oh, it fired up on choke, whack on the carburetor, nothing. Okay, look in the tank. Oh, it's like dry.
On 10 gallons, we've disked both fields twice and done a bunch of extra disking on the rear, and then cultivated most of the first field, so I suppose it's hard to complain.
Yeah, take that, you John Deere 2-cylinder guys. It's doing this great. It like, that governor adjustment I did, you just leave her wide open and it like hits a soft spot and you can just feel the tractor go, oh, bog down it, but it
Holds it right
keeps going. It's fun. It's actually really fun to run.
there. I can't believe how well it's pulling this cultivator. That should be way harder than the disc, but arguably this is going better than the disc.
Yep.
Our dirt is looser, our root balls are all broke up, and I think it's drier, so that might help as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But she's doing way better than I thought she would.
Got a little bit of last year's corn in here. Throw some of that in.
Have you ever put gas in your jungle gym?
Okay. Get that filled up and...
Oh, my air filter fell off. I shouldn't even call it my air filter.
Yeah, that's
my
a rock
bird catcher.
Yeah, rock filter.
Yeah.
Slip that back into place.
Gas gauge doesn't work anymore. So that's good.
Perfect. Grab a gear and disappear. Oh yeah, doing well. She's doing a great job. All right, let's get this sucker finished. What a unit. Keep her going, girl. Keep her going. One thing about this tractor, for the first time like ever, we have oil pressure. That always went to zero on everything else, besides maybe the Oliver, I don't remember. What a good unit. This thing's awesome. All right, finishing up field number 2 here. Man, one thing I've taken for granted this whole time that's been so nice to have, the power steering. Oh man, just phenomenal. As well as, for once, a really good hydraulic system. Since this is a separate reservoir, it's not getting hot with the trans, and we're able to, you know, keep lifting the implement after an hour of running, just like we lifted it the first time. You may recall, on all the other tractors, it'd get hot, and about halfway through, we couldn't lift the implement anymore. Oh look, Ezra's taking a scenic piss. Alrighty. There it is, fully cultivated. Hell yeah. All right, we'll be back in the morning for planting. Woo. Oh, another beautiful morning here on the farm.
Oh, it's giving us tools.
What?
I found a tool. This must have fell down.
Is it the
yesterday.
half-inch wrench we lost yesterday?
No, they gave us a chisel.
What happened to the wrench? It's been transmogrified.
It must have been under the tin. And it fell on top of the plug wires. Craftsman too, back when it was made in the States.
Oh, gonna have to hang on to that one.
That's a keeper.
Well, what do you say we hook her up to the planter, get all our settings set, and fill it with beans, and let her reap? Once again, the old John Deere planter in the shed. All right, let's go get this all greased up, get our settings changed, and get to planting.
This is a great idea.
All of it, front to back. Yeah, we have an advisor this year.
Finally, someone that knows what they're doing. How the hell come up with this stupid idea?
This is my Uncle Ron. He's enjoyed watching the series of farming stuff from the years past, so we thought we'd invite him to come down and supper with us.
I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, someone's got to do something. You want to grab those chairs we brought yesterday?
You guys gonna watch?
Supervise.
You know, another half-inch wrench ain't the worst thing in the world to have around.
Nah, that's a shame.
A little more. That'll work.
So what we're up to here is we're removing the bolts that connect to our fingerless planter seed. What would you call it?
Well, the seed meter.
Seed meter, there we go, thank you.
It's kind of cool. Okay, I give them an ounce of credit that they had both the seed cups and the finger meter on the same deal instead of changing them. I give them that much credit.
So usually we drop our corn here. We're going to turn our gates in the bottom of the bucket, set it to beans, and put it right here into these cups. And that's going to control our population, which I believe I do have to make some changes on up here. So I'm going to get into the book and see what we got to do for that. We should be good to go here in a little bit. So you guys found a sheared cotter pin that we must have broke right at the end of the field last year because we didn't have any population issues, but that one wasn't turning. Sitting outside's doing her no good. Someone should build a shed about that.
Big blue one.
Big blue shed? Well, the roof's not very good on the big blue shed.
Well, it takes all the weather. Never blows over.
That's true. While they're working on that, I'm changing our population up. We're going to aim for somewhere around, I think, 50 pounds per acre. So I got to move some pins and change some gears here and get that all set. And then we're probably good to start testing on it.
That's about a foot.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's about 2 foot. 29 divided by 2, 15.
Yeah.
It's a little heavy.
A little heavy? All right,
Yeah.
we'll turn it down. I set it a little heavy thinking we might get away with it because I only had to move one gear.
Yeah.
But all right,
I
we'll
think
do it correctly.
That's
Damn
a
it.
little thick.
All right. Got our next gear picked out there. Tighten that all down and try it again. Scalpel.
Anesthesia.
Are these Jake seeds or DeKalb or?
Yeah, no, sorry, I hate to let you down.
Oh,
I like the hat though.
yeah. Are they still around or no?
What do you want us to do with the possum in here?
Oh, he's for good luck.
Good luck.
All right, let's see it. You're planting. Alright, hey Ezra, we gotta check for seeds on each real quick. I'm not seeing anything here.
You got him. You got him. You can't see him.
I don't think I got them.
Maybe you don't.
Oh, there's one. Or is it a leftover?
No, it's in there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a skull shape, but it ain't the end of the world. You want to make sure, like, raise there's moisture level.
Okay.
So you're in it. Give her the nuts.
Yep, they're there. I saw it for a sec. Yeah, put those back. I need those. Every plant
Need every
counts.
damn one of them.
Hard times here in the mid 80s.
So that'll make it. That'll hold it up higher.
Yeah.
So we'll move it and get straight down. We'll move it one notch.
Now a little shallower with our seed.
Pretty decent. Oh, this is that factory recall where they had the back in '49. They had a factory recall. Put wire around here when the spring's broken.
I remember that memo coming out. I got it on Telegram.
Yeah. It went dee dot 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 dee.
Old service manuals used to be in Morse code when they got updates.
There you go, Ezra.
Let's see what that does. 30-inch rows. Beautiful. GPS might need a little calibration, but she's not far off this year.
Did you pay for your subscription? You got to do that.
Oh, that's damn. You know, I forgot.
You got to send that in. It ain't too late. They can still do that.
How's our depth?
I think it's better.
I think so too. Perfect. Okay, we'll just never move that again. Right in the middle for beans and corn. Going good, sir.
Good.
GPS calibration's looking pretty decent, you know. Well, there you go. After a whole weekend of tilling, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Planting a field.
I feel like a real farmer. My childhood dream is finally I got it.
Finally gonna go play in the big sandbox.
Yep.
goes. Suspenders and all.
Let's check out his GPS. Average of 30 inch. From 0 to 60 makes average of 30, right?
Yeah, right in the middle. Smooth like butter. Full chain, line her up, drop it in, and away he goes. Auto steering gates, I forgot that part. Yep.
Don't forget that, man. It sucks about that.
Turn on the air conditioning. Do you think he knows that one plate's missing?
Is that not fun?
Make it feel like it fell off.
I think this will be fun.
What happened?
What's up, Edra?
I don't know how much it mattered, but in my last pass, about halfway through, I noticed that side disc locked up and it was like just pushing into the ground. It wasn't spinning.
Oh, let's go get a look at it.
How long's that been running?
I just noticed it.
Oh my god, so it's probably the whole field?
Pretty much.
Oh no.
We're going to lose the farm. Oh no.
Well, shit, there's a whole disc missing.
Way to go, Edra. Where the hell did that go?
That was missing when we started.
No.
I don't know about that.
You don't ever go to season, start a season like that, Kevin.
No, I would
way.
never. This thing has fresh paint on it and everything when we started.
So this was locking up, Edra?
Yeah, I took a whole bunch of dirt and corn stalk out of it, and it seems better now.
Well, if he hadn't broke the other half off, it would have been just fine.
Probably.
Kevin's got a one-row seeder. You don't have to one-row seed that in.
Oh, I don't. I never know if I can take you serious or not.
Well, remember that thing about that cow?
We're not gonna.
You're gonna run out of film.
All right, last couple passes. Thing's running great. Planter's doing good. You got beans?
I think I got a little deep.
Good news though, girl. He's gonna back her up or take the.
No, he's doing it.
Oh, he's got her.
He's going for it.
God, you think this kid's done it his whole life?
For at least the last 2 hours.
You'd hate to hit the GTO.
Drop it now.
Just like that. Last pass for the forward field. The old Selecta ship, which was absolutely full of water, still running great. There we go. First field is done. Ooh, yeah.
The monitor just about didn't catch that.
Well, I suppose we need to go find ourselves some more beans. Maybe get lunch. Back in a bit.
There you go.
Christmas beans.
Oh, this one's gonna be good.
What's this hat?
Am I allowed to say?
Probably.
Well, they sold sperm.
Oh, that's one way to put it. Mix those up with the holiday spirit, you know.
Yeah, look at that. You like Christmas.
Time for the rear field. Looks like everything's moving. And we're off to the races. For $500, it does pretty damn well. Look at that spacing, that's beautiful.
Tell you a little story about. We set up planter for a farmer. You know, we guy buy a new planter. And I know our old cycle planters weren't just bing, 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 bing. But we were kind of promoting the new seed tubes and this and that. It makes it better. And I set the planter up physically myself, and I went out and started the guy, the farmer, and he said, well, let's check it out, you know, and he dug down here. Okay, there's our first seed. Now get your seed chart out. What's it supposed to be spaced at? 6.7 inches spacing, you know. All right. So he put his tape measure there, dug down. Little son of a bitchin' hole wasn't big enough for nothing, and there was my seed. Thank God, 'cause that son of a bitch had never spaced right, you know. But the good Lord was with me that day, and he put that seed right where he dug. He said, I'm happy, let's go.
Sold. Look at them go. All those discs All cleaned up and shiny. Everything's oiled and running great.
As long as you wander just as much as I do when you combine, we'll be perfect.
That's what Ron was saying. It's like averaging a perfect 30. The difference between 0 and 60. Right in the middle. Hell yeah, marker down, seeds in the ground. There's a little old Ford that could. Punching above its weight class all weekend. Just running mint as hell.
It doesn't even like smoke, and the oil pressure, even when plowing, never went down.
It's been phenomenal.
This is a good little tractor.
I meant it as a joke this morning when I said the rain's a coming, but I guess I summoned that, didn't I? In fact, there's rain coming tonight and tomorrow, and then nothing but sun, which is going to be phenomenal for these beans. We are getting this field in just in time. That was a good Memorial weekend right there. That was a lot of fun. I had a blast this year. And I think him and my Uncle Ron are out there getting along all too well, having a blast as well. Well, actually, in other news, a little update to our photo collection here. They're still developing a bit, but the old hats, you know, that. Ezra and Ron out there plowing away. Me and the old Fords. Ezra planting with the old Ford. And Mook planting her garden. You'll love to see it. All right, couple rows left. Let's finish this out.
My God, we might make it, Kevin.
I think we should be plenty good.
Doing great. It's kind of funny digging now. It's like, where are they? Oh, there's a tan, there's a red, there's a green. All right, we got them all.
Damn, there's a lot of rocks down here. See, the trick is to pick them when they're small before they grow into the big ones. Makes it easier to get rid of them. These two are having way too much fun on that thing. The amount of stories I've heard echo across the field already. Good times here. Making memories at Junkyard Digs.
It's like GPS right here. Oh, wrong chain. Down there.
This GPS sucks.
Let me reprogram it. Slap!
We got a one row, the first row is section control. Perfect. I'm done. Woo!
There we go.
I tell you what, this farming ain't for pussies, that's for sure. Sorry
I'm
about
exhausted. 4 acres.
that. Easier said
Could
than
you
done.
imagine doing like 100?
Yeah, or 600.
Yeah.
1,000.
Well, with equipment like this.
Well, they did. They did.
600 back there?
Oh,
I
I
thought
think
it was
a big
pretty.
farmer would have a half section for sure, maybe a little more. Yep. 6 rows was a pretty good sized planter when I was a kid.
That's why they had 17 Catholic children.
We got 8 planters going. How many kids we got at planting age?
Well, folks, there you have it. That's a wrap on your 2025 planting video. With that being said, stick around. Make sure you subscribe because we have to take all these beans out this fall with an old combine and an old bean head that hasn't done circles in a long time. I don't know about you guys, but I had fun.
Oh yeah, this was a blast.
Absolutely, Kevin. Good to help you.
As for now, all we have to do is wait for all the rain to hit tonight, get a whole week of sunshine after that, and wait for the beans to come up. Best way to support the channel is to check out the merch, junkyarddigs.com. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll see you right here in the fall for harvest. And every week until then, doing crazy car stuff here on the channel. Peace. What'd you say? One more rain on the scarecrow for old time's sake?
Oh, buddy.
How many times do you think we heard it this weekend?